It's the seventh wonder of the world, Taj Mahal, and this is the Seventh Wonder Podcast. What's going on, everybody? I'm the seventh wonder of the world, Taj Mahal. I got Aisha Go with me. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, everyone? We back at it. We here.
Man, I don't even know where to start, man. We was talking off camera about a lot, man. Where you want to hit this one off at?
Man. You know what? Let's it's so much to talk about. Let's start off with Double XL and talk about Blueface. Yeah, so let's talk about Blueface.
Blueface,
we
baby.
Can use that. Yeah, all right. And then we can use that to segue into these Double XL freestyles since they've been dropping every day now.
All right, man. Well, I mean, where you want to start with Blueface, man? The GOAT, man. The lyrical legend, you know? Yeah,
so Blueface was on The Breakfast Club, and he said that he was one of the best lyricists out when it comes to this new generation, the class that he's up under. And of course, you know, Ye and Envy, they got to play it politically correct, say stuff like, well, you know, I have to hear, I have to listen. But off the rip, Charlamagne was just like, no, just straight up no. But I want to talk about this because some people may disagree with what I'm about to say, but Blueface do be having bars. People may disagree with me. People may be upset with what I'm about to say. But Blueface really does have bars. Now, I know people wouldn't necessarily think about saying that sentence out loud, especially with the word not being omitted from that sentence. But Blueface really does have bars. Like, it's been a couple times. And if you listen to his record, so outside of Tatiana, even though Tatiana got, you know, some stuff in there, outside of Tatiana, if you actually listen to what he says, you'd be like, okay, that's a bar. He got a little metaphor going on here. So one example of this is on G-Eazy's song, West Coast, which is a dope song.
I wish Flex was on this shit to drop a bomb right now. You hitting that shit on the head, nigga. I went straight for that one. Go ahead. Which part did you have?
First of all, bad enough. I love the song. Don't think it got enough credit. That beat was everything, straight bay. But he said, I got more bitches than Petco.
Flames.
What?
Drop the bomb, Flex. Somebody dropped the bomb on that shit. No.
Let's really break that down. I got more bitches than Petco. Petco is a place where pets are, where you can buy all type of pets, and dogs are there. What do they call female dogs? Come on, man. Listen, like, it's going over your head top, and y'all not even realizing it. And I think it's because Blueface has this ability to really simplify things. And to me, an artist that can really simplify things and make things very easily digestible, like 2 Chainz, people automatically think they don't got no bars. You know, they whack what they saying, don't like, they really not saying nothing because they not doing a whole lyrical miracle or being all extra technical like Kendrick Lamar. But it's like, no, there's an art in being able to simplify and making things easily digestible.
Correct. These are facts. It's funny that you bring up 2 Chainz because if I remember correctly, even back in 2012 when, you know, he was on his ride, when he was on his wave, you know, building his buzz, a lot of people were like, oh man, 2 Chainz, he's not lyrical, this music is whack. But really, if you take it time to go back and decipher everything that he's done from then up to this point, 2 Chainz was bringing the heat.
Listen, 2 Chainz said, I got tattoos on my neck and my kidney. And I'm just like, I get it. I understand. He said, turn up collard green, and I got it. I understood. So it's just like, man, y'all sleep. Y'all don't want to be woke. And then also in the XL cypher, which I know we're going to talk more about, Blueface said, famous Crip, y'all can never be me. Listen, double entendre, don't even ask me how. If you don't understand and you slow, you got to catch up.
Double entendre, please don't ask me how.
Yeah, like, famous Crip, you can never be me. Crips.
You can never be me.
Exactly. So I'm just like, man, I don't know if he used the correct term, and I know Whack 100 said it too. Maybe it's not necessarily lyrical, but I mean, using bars and metaphors, that has some sort of lyrical ability. But like, I think when people hear lyrical, they think, oh, you gotta be like J. Cole, you gotta be like Kendrick, you gotta be like Nas, and it's like, man, give that man some respect.
Also, I think what adds to of course, what adds to being a lyricist is, how you present your flow, the different wordplay that you use, the metaphors, the similes, the double entendres, onomatopoeias, however deep in Shakespeare you want to get with your lyrics. To a lot of people, that makes you a lyricist. But to me, that does make you a lyricist, but it also takes, when you say what you say, how I feel it. If I feel it enough times with what you say, to me, you are a lyricist because your lyrics are impacting me to feel and behave a certain way. So we might got misconstrued what lyricists really mean. If we're gonna go by Webster's dictionary definition, then it's gonna be totally different. But I digress. I really want to get off my shit. I really got to tell y'all some of the flyest lines from Blueface.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Go back to the West Coast, just like the song you got quoted from earlier. My nigga, the GOAT, Blueface, and I quote, "I like fucking. All my bitches call me fucker. We can't fuck if you can't take the rug burn." I'm like, Jesus Christ, like the homie is a beast. He's a monster out here. And then Midtown Bill Belichick. If you don't want smoke, then stop inhaling it off the studio. Hide the mop sign just to catch them slipping. Come on, bro. What else my dude say, man? I think a lot of I don't mean to be mean. Don't chase me, little baby. Chase your dreams on the dead low. Like, my nigga is really a top tier lyricist, I think, for this generation.
Well, I mean, so that's hard because I guess I need more definition of what this generation is. Is it like everybody that's coming up in this class or everyone that is around his age bracket? Because there are other people that are dope lyricists that are within that peer group. Even if you look at the XXL list off top, you got The Baby, you got Meg Thee Stallion, you got Cordae, you got Tierra Whack, you got Rowdy Rich. Like you got all these people. You got Lil Baby, who I know isn't on the list, but again, like people that's making music now, like they really be spitting and saying something. But I think with Blueface, because of the antics, because of Tatiana, and because of the whole, he basically raps like Silk the Shocker Jr. to his own beat, or like whatever the hell he does, people automatically underestimate him. But it's like, you really got to listen to what he says.
Easy.
Like you got listen, we got to go back to the times of going on Genius, reading the lyrics, look at the little annotations on the side. Like, oh, what does this mean? Because he has his own slang. He got West Coast slang in there. He's talking about gang shit, and he's still tying it into stuff that everyday people could understand.
And I think that plays a big role in why he gets overlooked. Because if you kind of don't understand, for one, all of us, I'm not in no gang, you know what I'm saying? I don't bang color, so thoroughly understand what every fucking gang term is, but I kind of have an idea of it because I am from, quote unquote, the culture, you feel me? And I'm from the South, he from the West, his repertoire of vocabulary is a little bit different, but you still understand. If you kind of have an idea or a fundamental basis of where he comes from and how he does his thing, it's so different from how everybody else who's listening to him does his thing, and now that hip-hop's international, they don't catch on to it. They just go off of what they believe the fundamental standards are for lyricists, so they're not going for it. But Blueface is really up there, you know what I'm saying?
Again, go listen to his stuff, people. And then I'm glad, too, I'm glad that Charlamagne challenged him and Charlamagne said nah, because there's going to be a lot of people that straight up just like nah and want to brush him off. But I'm glad Blueface stuck to his motherfucking grounds and stood by what he said and said, did you listen to my music? Because that's a great rebuttal. That's a great response to somebody trying to shit on you or saying, oh, nah, you're not like this, you're not like that. Well, have you even listened to me?
And
do you even know?
10, nope.
They haven't.
Not
or they know the commercial stuff. Like, I know what's on the radio, or I know what's on the chart. So I'm glad that Blueface stuck to his guns and said something.
Yeah, man. He said, y'all not gonna sleep on this shit. This shit official.
And he was in there talking his shit, and it's like, at this, like, I feel like you, as long as you're able to back it up, you could talk your shit, and he can back it up because there's people like us that listen to him that know, like, nah, he really do got some bars in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a big fan, I mean, just like Schoolboy Q said in the interview he was doing, like, how you niggas like E40, but you niggas don't like Blueface, you feel me? E40 is the master negotiator, you know what I'm saying? He's part of the trifecta of three niggas who rap off beat, but it still sounds snap. That's Blueface, E40, Silk the Shocker.
And be saying some stuff, like even when E40 was on the Breakfast Club, like the other day.
Yeah.
be saying stuff, and it's just like, yo, it's just the slang, it's just the vernacular, it's just how he talks. And somebody else too that does this, but they not off beat. But like things kind of get lost when you think about the words that they use and they accent and stuff like that. Trouble.
Hey, yeah, that's an Atlanta
Big Trouble, baby.
Sure.
Scoob, fuck with him heavy. But it's like sometimes too, people like, I think like the swagginess, that finesse, that little extra sauce that they put on. Yeah, that extra sauce that they put on it. You get caught up and lost to the fact that like, oh, they really do have bars, because it's not necessarily how the golden 90s hip hop days was, or they not rapping like KRS-One and like all these other people. So put some respect on Blueface name.
Amen.
Do your Googles.
Amen.
Look at the lyrics, and then get back and say he not a lyricist.
Sure enough.
But while we talking about bars and Blueface, we might as well get into these ciphers, right?
Let's get into these motherfucking ciphers, man. Where you want to start?
All right.
I loaded up my ammunition for this shit.
So Double XL has been promoting their freshman class 2019, and they did individual freestyles, but this week they've been putting out the ciphers. So the first day we had the Baby, Meg Thee Stallion, and who else was it?
It was the Baby, Meg Thee Stallion, YK Osiris, and Lil Mosey.
No, Lil Mosey was with Rico Nasty and Blueface, right?
No. With Blueface,
oh no, that was Corday. Oh yeah. You're right. So that was the first one. That was day one. Day two, we got Rico Nasty, we got Blueface, and we got YB and Corday. And then today, day three, we got what's the point in promethazine?
We got Comethazine,
Lean,
Whack,
Baby Lean.
We got Baby Lean. We got Tierra Whack, and then we had who was the last little homie? Oh, the big homie Roddy Ricch.
Yeah. Okay, so first let's start off with which cipher was your favorite?
My favorite one was Rico Nasty, YBN, and who was on there with them? Rico Nasty, YBN,
and Blueface,
and Big Blueface, baby.
Listen, I gotta agree with you. I think that out of all the ciphers, that one was the strongest because all three of them brung it. It was no weak link in that one. From Rico Nasty, just with her flow, and she got. But yo, I want to apologize because she gets busy. Before I didn't pay her that much attention, or I listened to some things, and I was like, nah, that's not really for me. But on this Double XL freshman run, she been going crazy. YBN Corday,
that's up and coming,
up and coming future, like up and coming GOAT. How he tied in talking about Rico and Blueface in his bar, and then Blueface just bringing it. Like I think that cipher, that was the strongest one.
Now I'm not gonna lie, because even though those were the strongest so far, like this, how the cipher has been going lately, like it ain't giving me that same vibe like it used to. And I don't know it because I'm an old ass nigga. But I'm not really like, out of all the years they've been doing the cipher, ain't nobody really bringing it. It just seems so staged, and like niggas don't even really want to be there. They just there for the check or whatever the fuck kind of extra publicity that they get from Double XL. When before it's like niggas was like, yeah, you know, they took pride in it. A lot of these niggas not taking pride, and I can hear it in their performance in the cipher, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I gotta disagree because I think that they did bring it in the cipher. So like the Baby. His individual freestyle, we both agree, wasn't it. And it's that was disappointing. But this time around, he brung it. Meg Thee Stallion brung it. Even the YK Elemental Peace, Osiris, sorry, no offense, my guy, he brung it.
You thought he brung it? No, that's cap.
I thought so.
That's cap. Bro. I thought so.
For what he does, that whole like sing rap thing, I was like, all right, like I wasn't expecting him to give me what the Baby gave me. Or I wasn't expecting him to get what Corday gave me. But like what he does with the whole sing thing, I was like, all right, this is cool. Corday brung it. Like I said, Rico Nasty brung it. Blueface brung it. Tierra Whack. That's no doubt about that at all. Like my new thing instead of like when I talk about her, I'm saying Whack is crack. Cause it's like, yo, she is just so dope. Like she is just so dope. But I think this time around, like they are bringing it, and I think it's better than the individual freestyles that they actually did. These group ones have been better.
Easy. The group ones are by far way better than all the individual freestyles. And we start to get into like major comparisons. Like we gotta keep this shit like a business. You gotta compare yourself to last year's numbers, and last year's numbers freestyles are stacking up a lot better to me than this year so far. But not to say that this year is any like when those who came correct, they came correct and it was enjoyable. Those who didn't come correct though, it was unbearable.
Listen, we got to talk about, I don't know who at Double XL brought a kid to work for Bring Your Kid to Work Day and let him fuck around and get in a cypher, but Lil Mosey.
Lil Mosey, that's just not it, dog. We got the we need the new PR to come through and really ask my man's like, what was that about? Maybe he didn't feel the beat for real. I thought he was. If you ever seen the cypher where it was 21, Lil Uzi,
yeah,
I'm saying all of them, and Kodak was like, who the fuck picked this little sorry ass beat? I thought that he was going for that same kind of technique, but it just didn't hit the same because wasn't nobody really paying attention to it. It made it look awkward.
I mean, but in that case, say something, be like, yo, turn this beat off. Or you know what? I don't need a beat. I could do this acapella. Like,
come on,
like
now.
It's different ways to finesse it. You know what I mean? And then two, I'm not cutting him no slack because you know you're doing a freestyle. I know he tried to say he don't freestyle. You know you're doing a freestyle. And two, I'm sure that there were multiple takes that they could have did. Everybody, not one take Drake where they do things in one shot and it's like, all right, this going out. I'm sure y'all had a couple times to do it over, and so I don't want to hear none of that. And then that makes me think too. If y'all did this over multiple times and this the version that went out, what the fuck was you saying before? How did you sound then?
Damn, they did multiple versions, you think?
I think that's not no one take thing. Especially you got different people. You got to put it together into one video. That's not no one take.
Yeah, that's real.
It's not.
On the one with Tierra Whack was rapping, they probably did plan. It had to be more than one take because they definitely took time to plan it out for her to freestyle without the beat. Kind of like X did when he was, you know what I'm saying, on the Double XL freestyle. But yeah, I couldn't believe he came in there with that bullshit like that. Just like his song say, I wish I would have never noticed. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have never noticed that. He
needs to take that back to Kids Bop 120 and while they redo Old Town Road and whatever else. Like that just wasn't it.
It's not, bro. And when you come on there, man, you gotta come on there and make a bang. You know what I'm saying? And then for him to be up there with the people he competing on there with, I mean, he do his own thing. He really don't need nobody because, like, I don't heard Lil Mosey before the Double XL shit, so he really doing his thing. But you can't be on there with like Meg Thee Stallion, The Baby. Damn sure can't be on there with YBN, Rico, and fucking Tierra Whack. Spitting that shit right there, like that's not gonna cut it, dog.
Listen, let this be a lesson to everybody that want to just play around or make it seem like, oh, I'm not really trying to do this rap shit. I'm just in it for the check. Let that be a note to everybody that's out here just saying that they just doing it for the check and they really don't care about the art form or they really don't. Take that as a lesson because you're going to be put in a certain position. You're going to be put in the spotlight and people are going to be looking at you, waiting to perform and waiting to deliver. Even Blueface said that in the past. Oh, I don't take this rap stuff serious. But then was on the Breakfast Club saying that he actually sits there and writes his stuff down and thinks about what words to use. So everybody that's like, oh, I'm about to just do this for a check. Don't be Lil Mosey, because we will clown you.
Oh, it's going to happen, hands down. And what rappers need to start to realize, though, bro, you can't just be on there talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I just do this shit just to do this shit. This shit don't mean nothing to me. When now, you know what I'm saying, your fans going to look at you and they going to hear your music. And then as soon as you have that one track that really they don't relate with, it's going to really hinder your appearance to your own fan base because they're going to be like, well, he don't even write this shit for real. He ain't even serious about this shit. And then they gonna look at your next hit, how your last hit was. You're only as good as your last shit. If your last shit suck, niggas gonna critique all your other shit like that. Even if you had some good shit from the past, your shit continue to suck, and you just gonna use that as an excuse, they gonna know that you a sorry ass rapper. Easy. Gotta get you up out of there.
So, Lil Mosey, this is constructive criticism. Both a mix of clowning and constructive criticism, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know, something could be two things, but because I think that they're doing another show too. They had the show in New York. I think that they're doing another show on the West Coast in LA. Okay. Do better then. That's all I gotta say.
Do better. I mean, but it is a freestyle. I mean, when it comes to the songs, to the tracks, Lil Mosey got some hitters.
I mean, but you gotta factor in people don't necessarily have stage presence. Still rappers out here performing to the actual track, which I hate, instead of having a performance track. And if you're gonna play your track that's on Tidal, I will just listen to you on Tidal. I don't have to go out of my home and buy a ticket, get dressed up to hear some shit that I could hear on my phone. So Lil Mosey do better.
Heard
Do
this
better.
song and I act like I ain't noticed. Anyway, though, we've been talking about this XL cipher for so long, but I just want to get this little tidbit in too, man. And I fuck with the baby, but that freestyle was like a whole fucking movie long. What was that about, bro? Did you think? I think he might have paid. I'm not gonna put that out there because I'm not that type of spot to be spreading no lies. You feel what I'm saying? But damn, like they didn't give him all that extra time for free. I don't feel like, bro. I think that cost something.
You think so?
I feel like it, bro, because he had a long ass freestyle and he went last.
He did. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily money, but I do think that it's politics as usual, as Hov said. So maybe it's just because he's such a hot rapper now. He got a big radio single, and it's just like, this guy is hot right now. So if this is what he want to do, we're going to let him do it. Lil Mosey ain't delivered, so we can make up for it by letting the baby do whatever the fuck he want towards the end.
That's real. That's probably what it was. They felt that shit at the end. It's like, oh, hell no, baby. Give me like 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
Lil Mosey ain't doing it.
Yeah, but I think it's all based off of who's hot. And, you know, when you hot and you that guy, you could do whatever you want. Nobody's going to stop you.
For sure. And another thing, this is my last little tidbit on this. Like YK Osiris, they had, who else they had? Some singing niggas on there. Ty Dolla $ign, August Alsina.
Yeah.
I don't like when they put the singing niggas in the rapping category because I'm looking for the bars. They gonna be singing the song to me. You know what I'm saying? And I
mean, I feel you. But that year when it was Ty Dolla $ign and August Alsina, that was the year the Dirty Dozen. They had 12 of them. Yeah. I remember I went to that show. They had the show lit. Because
they got the bangers. They got the bangers. You know what I'm saying?
Ty they had the show lit.
August was definitely hot at that time doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I think even Fetty, when Fetty was on the list, when Fetty was on the class, I think during his freestyle, I think he actually like was singing, not doing the rap singing that he does. He was like actually singing.
Then I might be biased in my opinion because I like when Fetty
you just want the bars.
I want the bars, but then when you start bringing up Fetty though, he gonna sing it. But I don't know, it just sound. I don't know with the reception of Fetty though. I'll just leave it.
So what you think that there should be two different lists? A rap one and then the R&B one.
R&B shit too, yeah. To me, that shit just more R&B than anything. Even though it's just R&B. I feel like with Fetty, if you just think about and just hear how he do his thing, on some joints he be rapping. The majority of his joints he be singing. I feel like it's R&B. YK Osiris, I know that's R&B, bro. You can't fool me. August Alsina, I know that's R&B. Ty Dolla $ign, 1,000% R&B king.
Listen, XXL, Taj just gave y'all a new little marketing campaign. That's something that y'all could do next year. And he gave it to y'all for free. So
no, not quite, man. We can do a.
You said not quite.
We can do a 7th Wonder podcast. XXL presents. We can definitely team up. I'm with that.
You work something out
for sure. All right, man. Let's transition into something different, man. You know, a lot has been happening since we last linked up.
Yeah.
You know, we got our little Blueface in. We got all that talking. How you feel about that Future bodyguard situation?
So, actually, explain it to me a little bit because I heard about it. But like I'm not too familiar, so what happened with that whole situation?
Well, I feel like allegedly these fans from out in, I think you pronounce it Ibiza. Yeah.
Ibiza.
Excuse me. Fans out in UK. Now they done came up to Future, you know, asking for an autograph. You know, Future denied the autograph, and then that's when they kind of upped the ante and went kind of crazy on Future, and you know, start calling them racial slurs and all types of different shit. And then the bodyguard stepped in. Kind of, you know, did what a bodyguard's supposed to do. But then you catch on the video, man, the bodyguard got his back turned and one of the little homies, they come to the side and they, you know, supposedly, I couldn't tell, but I heard that they hit him with a rock.
Damn.
But knocked him cold the fuck out, man. And then, you know, as time went on and the story unfolded, what the news reported Future saying was that, you know, he didn't want to get involved with it pretty much because of ASAP Rocky's case out in Sweden, you know. Do we look at this as something that all rappers should be paying attention to now as far as how to handle situations with disgruntled fans in the UK? You can kind of know how to maneuver when you handle disgruntled fans here in the US. But when you go on foreign soil, it's a little different.
It's different. Yeah, I mean, but even with dealing with the disgruntled fans in the US, we've seen this in the past where even that's a little dicey and tricky. We've seen Kanye go off on paparazzi and stuff like that. So it's like, even in your home soil, shit not always guaranteed to be in your favor. But I definitely think that artists need to look at this ASAP Rocky situation and take something from it and learn from it. And I'm happy that Future decided to just sit on the side and just chill because of that situation. And honestly, it's like, if security getting beat up, the person that's supposed to protect me, what the fuck am I about to do? Like, I'm not Jason Bourne, or like, I'm not the guy
John
from
Wick.
Taken. Yeah, like, what the fuck I'm about to do? Like, I'm not about to come out here with all the moves. Like, yeah, but it's like you do have to sit there and just be more cautious. And, you know, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that you kind of alter how you travel, like during times when people don't really see you, or when you're traveling, you're not too icy to bring attention to you, or you're not with a whole entourage, or even if you're with your crew, y'all kind of go in like different pockets, like in different groupings. But yeah, this whole ASAP situation has people looking at things differently. And again, I think it has, we talked about this last time, I think it has people realizing that it's not just here that the criminal justice system is messed up.
Yeah, easy.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And listen, and you black everywhere you go. So
yeah, even more so, you know, and now you a black celebrity. Like, they can't wait to get at you. Even when I was listening to the Drink Champs and Nori was talking to somebody about doing some show out in Russia, and he had the security that he had in Russia had to wear some shit like Russia's against racism, just for them to know that they were safe there. Like,
and even too, I know Nicki Minaj brought this up, and Drake brought this up once too. Even going to Jamaica, like Jamaica has really strict rules about profanity and cursing when you're on stage.
Oh wow!
And they didn't know that. So as soon as they got off stage, they were ready to like arrest them or like give them a fine. So I think it just means wherever you going, I know that, you know, people want to get a bag. I don't blame you for getting a bag. I don't blame you for going to do whatever festival across the seas. But even if it's not you, like maybe your manager like need to know like, all right, like what can and can't we do? What are certain things that we are prohibited from doing? Or just knowing the rules and laws of where you go. Because you need to know, like, is it okay to, you know, defend myself? Like in Florida, you could stand your ground, but here in New Jersey, New York, you going to jail if you get caught with a hammer.
Easy. And then to know that when you step overseas, and knowing how you got so many different fans and you got so many different stands too, that you can't even really properly protect yourself in the manner you see fit, because it's against Sweden's law, it's against Britain's law, you know what I'm saying, it's against Dubai's law to handle situations like this. You gotta really be careful out there getting that international bag, even though I hear that it pays well. Artists have to take a deeper look and to see if they really want to go out there. But for the most part, the bigger the artist, I feel as though the more safe. They don't have to worry about situations like Rocky. Rocky kind of, not to say he put himself in that position, but he wasn't expecting nobody to be all over his back like that, or that it was even going to come out to that. So he wouldn't even, if he knew what was going on, he wouldn't have walked freely with like his security guard like that. He probably would have been somewhere laid up, chilling, and had somebody else walk to Brooklyn for the cheesecake, metaphorically, you know?
Yeah. Free ASAP.
Free ASAP, man. Speaking of SAP, we can go ahead and go straight into that. You know, they ready to charge the homie, man. You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard that they're moving forward with the charges against him, and if found guilty, he could face up to 2 years in prison.
Correct.
Which, I mean, just leaves me speechless, because all of this because somebody was defending themselves. And you know it's bad if Donald Trump is out here tweeting Free Rocky.
My nigga.
I was like, come again?
On everything. How you feel about that? I feel as though, like, by him tweeting that out, I mean, how he maneuver, how he handle he do his thing, he pissed a lot of people off, but he a man with power who can move like that, and I mean, can possibly get ASAP out of that shit.
I mean, as much as I don't agree with what he does, I definitely agree with what you're saying. He pisses people off, but he is a man of power. He has connections, and he's like the petty king. He's pettier than 50 Cent. So if he feels as though somebody is doing him wrong, or feel like he's being made fun of, even though it don't necessarily got nothing to do with him, he's going to take it personal, and he's going to do what he got to do. So for this whole ASAP Rocky situation, I mean, he clearly don't care about ASAP Rocky. He don't care about the hip hop community. It is more so the fact that he feels like Sweden is testing America and think America's pussy and punked. And he like, oh, nah, y'all not about to do that with me. Not while I'm in this office. So I think that's why he's taking this whole thing personal, not because it's actually innocent black men locked up.
Yeah,
but again, he said,
true.
Free Rocky. He said, y'all
Rocky.
disappointed the African-American community. I'm like, bruh, he didn't even call us black. Oh my God, what is going on?
Man, I was so fucking astounded. Like, fuck, like the president said, free ASAP Rocky. Like I know for a fact this nigga don't listen to no ASAP fucking Rocky on any given day, on any given fucking day.
Put up pictures of ASAP Rocky, Playboy Cardi. I bet you he don't know who's who.
He don't know who.
Let him identify all the members of ASAP Mob. He could be like, is this Wu-Tang in the 90s? Like, what am I looking at?
But I also feel in my heart when no other president talked too deeply like that about probably with the exception of Barack Obama. Barack Obama might have said, this is an injustice to justices everywhere, free. Probably called him out his real name and shit. But
Rakim, yeah.
That's that nigga real name?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's named after Rakim.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But when nobody do it, I really feel like Trump could get the homie out. You know what I'm saying? But I feel as though us as black people, we don't trust it. We don't trust what this is right here. Like, yeah, it's more like I got the homie out. Now what y'all gonna do for me? That's why I look at it like.
Man, send the prison princess, aka Kim Kardashian, over there, please. Let her talk to whoever she needs to talk to. Her team. I don't know if they need surveillance videos from the street to what happened.
They gonna solve that case.
I don't know if they need to bring up ASAP's community service, things he's done for the beautiful place of Harlem. I don't know, but send her over there so we can get ASAP Rocky back, please.
I'm talking about she know how to free all the niggas. Now she can definitely free ASAP for sure.
Yo, she was just, I think, in DC, like, with some prison reform. Me and MH, she had on, like, she was dressed very regular. Looked like she had on a prison uniform as well, but of course with the Yeezys. And I'm just like, you know what? Go ahead, Kim.
Man, that power, man, those connections, it's like a dream come true, man. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of times, I was thinking about it with myself. I feel as though with us, with black people, it's kind of hard to see these levels of success. And not that they're not that granted or warranted, but it's hard to see others ride off with the success that you want other people of your kind or of your group to ride off with. Because, you know, they put in the real logistical work. They really went to the law schools. They really sat down, did their time to learn the game because, you know, the system made it hard for them to get to the game. And then, you know, all you had to do is just release a tape, mess with Ye, and then, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think the misconception with that, though, is people don't realize she does have a team that she's working with. Like, she has a team of lawyers. So she's not just out there acting like legally blind. Like, okay, I'm going to start freeing people and, you know, just getting thrown into it. She does have a team of people collectively that she works with. She's just obviously like the face of the whole mission and what's going on. But yeah, free Rocky. I don't think he's serving 2 years. Even if he gets found guilty, I think the most he'll do is a couple months. The powers that be will find a way to get him back. Yeah. Being that he's an American citizen and being that Trump is over here, you know, taking a vengeance about this. But I give it a couple months. I think he'll be free.
Easy, man. Yeah, he just got to hold his head. And from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, he ain't really living too bad. You feel me?
I mean, yeah, but it's like, who wants to be locked up? Yeah, and it's like, that's Lord Pretty Flacco Jody. He want to look at the bad bitches, the models, and he not trying to be locked up with a whole bunch of men. And we already heard his prison story before about sleeping on semen.
We don't want my sleeping on semen no more.
I mean, listen,
floors.
Listen, if we're going to get another moment like that, I could go for another jail story from ASAP Rocky.
Yo, that nigga had the illest jail. That was the left.
Ferg was just on the sideline, just like, what?
Nigga, you ain't never told me this story. Left this one out. That's crazy. Now, what about R. Kelly though?
Speaking of jail, keep him where he at. Don't free him.
Don't free jails, man.
Trump. Don't even see. This how you know R. Kelly not popular. Nobody.
Nobody want to free.
Trump ain't even tweet like, "Oh, R. Kelly's in jail. This is a misuse of the criminal justice system for black people." Trump ain't tweeting about you, so R. Kelly ain't popping. Keep his ass where he at.
You know, now it's going federal. You know how it is when it go federal. Them people done built that case on up. They got the evidence that they need. It's gonna be hard to beat this case. They bringing in. You know what I come to find out though? They said that he had a more sexual, like he had more tapes with underage women.
Mm-hmm.
How did they didn't find that shit out the first time? Or maybe they
I
did,
guess
but they didn't couldn't tape it together or something.
That, or I think now people are talking. People are cooperating. People are letting them know where the bodies are hidden. He also got charges too for like racketeering, like paying people off. So everything's starting to unfold now. And at this point, R. Kelly, you just need to ask Bill Cosby if he wants the top or bottom bunk. That's it.
Easy, man. That's so
you going to jail.
Easy. Him and Cosby.
And I don't feel bad.
They finna be soulmates.
Listen, I don't know if they're gonna be in there playing bridge or what card games, or if they're gonna be in there helping to lift each other, doing like weights and calisthenics. But have a great time, because that's where you're going.
Yo.
And don't nobody feel bad. Mm-hmm.
It's horrible, man. Have you seen the video though? I keep seeing this video with these young ladies. I guess they are part of this cult.
Oh my God. After the whole
name.
It's Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage. Yeah. No, after the whole Gayle King interview with them when they're defending him and saying, oh, we're in love with him. After that, I was like, you girls are clearly brainwashed. Y'all don't fully know what's going on. Y'all are young. This person has manipulated you. So
easily.
Like, I feel bad for you, but I'm also not going to pay this any attention. So I know the one girl, she's still doing videos talking about how she loved him and all this other stuff. And it's like, okay, though, you could be his pen pal, because where he's going, he'll have nothing but free time to write you. Yeah, but he can't even write you because he's illiterate. So I don't know how y'all going to communicate. People in jail got phones now. Y'all can figure it out. But yeah, I'm not even paying attention to what these girls say. I'm sorry. I can't.
Horrible, man. And then, his crisis, his PR, like his crisis team.
Oh my gosh.
The homie, he had to get the hell up out of there. It was just too much pressure for him. He had to bounce. He said, I would never leave my kids with a proclaimed pedophile.
But now he's saying that he would leave his kids with R. Kelly, and it's like,
nah, damage control, man. He know the game.
But it's just like, why? Like, this whole situation is just confusing. The people that's in it and a part of it don't seem to know. Like, it don't seem like they know what the hell they talking about. This whole situation is just crazy, wild, and damn it, I can't wait till 2020 so we can leave this shit in 2019.
I'm telling you about it, man. But I really want to see how this is gonna play out. But I know he ain't no escaping this. My thing, they not letting them go this time, man. I think you're gonna get big numbers. Probably get some football jersey numbers and
I think so too. I want to say he's looking at at least 20 to 25.
Yeah, easy.
That's what I
was
think.
Gonna give him a little bit more than that, but I could see that definitely happening for him.
The least amount is like what I see for everything. For again, the tapes, the dealing with underage girls, the racketeering, the old child support. I see him doing minimum 20 to 25 years.
Yeah. Well, I pray for all the young sisters that's a part of this situation.
Me too.
For their healing. Anybody that was affected by R. Kelly's situation, it's never good to especially our young sisters, man. We gotta do better by them, man. It sucks to have them sit in this position, but what you do in the dark, it damn sure shines so bright in that light when that light hit it, bro. It's gonna
all the time. It doesn't fail. And R. Kelly, be prepared to get that work when you get in jail. I'm just saying.
Easy.
I'm just saying. It's gonna happen.
Now to get back on this lighter note, though, but it's still a disappointing note. How you feel about that? You seen The Lion King yet?
No, I haven't.
You can't even talk about it. You ain't seen the damn
Lion King. Let's talk about it, though. Let's talk about it.
Well, you seen The Lion King. You seen it back when it came
out. I mean, I seen the original. Put it like this. At this point, with social media and the internet, even if you don't see something, you've seen it. Because you've seen the memes, you've seen the tweets, you've seen the posts. People still be out here bootlegging stuff. There's a whole bunch of links where you could watch stuff for free. So I basically seen it.
Man, you ain't miss a goddamn thing. You just saw you just saw the real live version of the 1994 movie The Lion King with not as good as theatrics of the songs that they played in the musical.
So one of the things that I heard today, and I was just listening to a podcast today, The Read, and they were talking about it. And they were saying that some things Yeah, dope podcast. Kid Theory and Crystal.
Yeah.
They were saying that this new version, there was stuff from the original that wasn't a part of it, and they think it's because this was supposed to be a live action. It was supposed to be like what animals in the wild are actually like. So that's why
real.
I think some of the theatrics were missing, and some of the things that we were used to seeing or expecting to seeing that were very just like dramatic and theatrical. We didn't see it because it's supposed to be like, okay, this is like actual wildlife. This is like you're watching Nat Geo or, what goes on in a zoo at night when the lights are off. Like, I think it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
And people weren't expecting that.
And that'd be a great rendition for my children when I have children, for them to see this, and they'll grow up on this Lion King, probably look at my Lion King and be like, what the fuck is this antique ass shit? I want to watch this. But it just doesn't give that same feel, man, to see the realism in these animals like it does when you look at the cartoon version and see the human behaviors in the cartoon. I guess, and I saw on Instagram when the homie did a rendition of kind of making it more cartoony. It would have gave it more pizzazz if they would have did it just like that.
But it wasn't meant to be a cartoon. It's supposed to, like, you see how with the live action with Mulan, it's like actual people. It's like live action, like, oh, this is actually what happened and what it looked like. And honestly, I think this new Lion King and them doing all these live action movies now, I think it's to like be that glue or be a bridge between the old generation and new generation, because it's like you have nostalgia and you remember this, so you want to see what it's like now, but then you can also bring your kid because it's for them. Like, it's like stuff to do with like kids, and so it's just a way to build everything together. I don't think it necessarily wants to erase the memory of or take place of the cartoon, because you always still have the cartoon, and they remastered the cartoon, they make it available for like 4K now, and you get to watch all these great graphics. But I think it's just meant to be like a bridge between the old and the new, just bringing it together and giving it a different little flavor. Like, okay, now you get to see it with actual people. Now you get to see it now you get to look at it and be actually in it.
Exactly. But what I didn't like, though, I mean, I'm a big Childish Gambino fan.
Man. No Childish Gambino slander.
No, it shall not be.
And that's your Atlanta brethren too.
That's my Atlanta brethren, man. Good dude. But when you mix his vocals up with a Beyonce, it's hard to compete with shit like that, bro. Beyonce vocals are strong, bold. I mean,
it's Beyonce. Like,
it's fucking Beyonce. You dig what I'm saying? You can't compare that. Childish vocals are, I can't even get them out, but it's okay. Okay? Look, Childish vocals are great when needed when he does his thing. But when you mix it with a big scale of like Lion King, when they did Feel the Love, I can hear like it wasn't strong. Like, he couldn't keep up. It felt like Beyonce vocals were louder than his anyway, but he just couldn't keep up to the vocal velocity that Beyonce can do. And when he was doing the Kuna Matata, and I liked it. It was cool. I wanted the classic Kuna Matata, but the movie probably not for me and my old ass. It's for them young, new up and coming, born in 2005.
Listen, this movie is for the little kids that turn up to Baby Shark and Old Town Road. Okay.
Okay.
This is not for no grown people.
It's not, man. But I was disappointed by Kuna Matata, man, because he started hitting the Kuna Matata like he hit like he was singing 3005 or he was singing Oakland, and I ain't like that.
Oh man, I love those two songs though. I gotta see the movie. I just gotta see it.
You gotta see it. We ain't gonna spoil it for you, man. But as you probably seen from everywhere else on social media, man,
as I've seen
disappointed. We all wanted to relive our childhoods.
And after we just had a good lengthy conversation about it, and I'm over here chiming in like I seen it. Yeah, I gotta see it.
Yeah, you try to make it work. It's all good. Shit. Did we miss anything? Shit. One thing I wanted to put on this podcast. So now, this the homie. I really enjoyed
this about to be bad. Anytime somebody start off with this the homie or that's my guy, that's my dude. Man. Yeah, that's my man. It's always a but that's coming, and then something that's just going to negate all of that. That's the homie.
That's the homie. He got the slappers. He made 2016 for me feel so great during the summer, and just, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I do what I want. You did what I'm saying. But when the fuck we gonna get Eternal Aight, bro? We not getting it. And
I'm actually
are we still anticipating it? Is what I'm asking.
I'm not.
Not.
I mean, I've never been a big Uzi fan like that anyway. Like the stuff that he's done, I could appreciate.
Yeah.
Like him on Fab's Goyard Bag. Like when that song came out, I was like, oh my god, this song is amazing. But I never been like, oh, when's that new Uzi dropping? Or like I've never been that person.
Never been.
I think it's because I'm old. Well, I'm not old, but like I just think that Uzi just wasn't for me. So I'm not waiting on this.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really waiting for it either, but I like the hype behind it. I'm one of them kind of niggas.
Is this still hype behind it though? Is it still
dying down? It's dying down. But I bet if Uzi dropped it, like niggas who rock with Uzi would jump up to the fucking chandeliers to go cop that shit and bang that shit. But it's making the anticipation for the expectation for it. It gotta be up there now. We gotta hear some. He better put God on the track. And it better be God featuring Pharrell and Meek Mill. That's the only way. In the Roots, he gonna have to make a Philly classic or something.
It's crazy. I think anticipation for this has died down too because what's the latest song that he put out?
I cannot pronounce that shit right.
Sangria Penguin. Yeah, Sangria Penguin came out.
Sanguinese Penguin.
I'm gonna call it Sangria Penguin because I'm ignorant. Yeah, Sangria Penguin came out, and I don't think that the anticipation, not anticipation, but I think that once that came out, people really weren't rocking with it as much. Like I don't hear nobody playing it. I don't hear nobody talking about it. For this to be a Uzi record and it's not really on the charts or it's not a song that you hear when you go out, it's just something that's dope on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I think that too might add a little bit to, the anticipation dying down and fizzling out a little bit. But you're always one record away. I feel that way with all artists. Like you're always at one record away from shooting back up. Look at Fat Joe and Remy Ma. They had all the way up. They had that one record and then things just turned around. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
Uzi just needs that one record. Maybe he would have sounded dope on Young Thug's The London.
Okay, I could picture him on The London. But didn't nobody like Thug on The London, so maybe they wanted to replace Thug with Uzi.
I mean, but it's Thug, so you can't replace Thug.
Oh damn, it is Thug song. No disrespect.
Maybe replace Travis because Travis was just on the hook with Uzi.
Yeah, Travis he liked the meat.
Yeah, at this point now in his career, Travis you want Trav for the hook.
You want to meet Trav at the London for sure, and you want
like that type of song. I could hear Uzi on it, so maybe he just needs to get back in the lab. Maybe do things a little different, have a different approach. Maybe work with some different producers. Hit makers out here creating great things.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, but I like Uzi. I want him to do great. I want his whole legal stuff to get figured out too. Whatever's going on with his label and what's holding it back.
For
absolutely,
artists like Uzi, and you get so tired of that shit. You get tired of people asking you about the album. You get tired of people. You know what you. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes, Uzi has done a lot. In terms of trying to get this album out and finishing up the album, it's just that politics shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know once this shit come out, if it ever come out, and he can get out of this situation, he'll never turn back and probably do rap again. Unless it's on his terms, he'll never do this shit again.
I think he'll be like how most people are starting to be now, just like really like independent. Like, okay, I'm gonna now I'm really gonna do what I want.
Yeah.
When I want. But I do hope that he figures everything out. And I just want to say one of the favorite things that Uzi gave us in the past year or two was when he pulled up on Rich the Kid ready to fight in Philly. And I was that's the type of energy I'm talking about, Uzi. Let them know just because you wear purse and you wear blouses, don't get it fucked up. You can still catch these hands. Exactly. I love that. Love that type of energy.
And that's why we got to protect Uzi at all costs. No matter if the album come out or not, we need characters like Uzi in the game, bro, to let niggas know, bro. Rap has come a long way, bro, because maybe back in the 90s, that shit wouldn't slide. And just because my nigga got a nose piercing, pink hair or whatever the fuck kind of hair he gonna do, and he might show up and in the most flamboyant shit, he is still a nigga from Philly who will see about you and be about that action. You gotta be about it.
Listen, Uzi pulled up like it was like Bad Girls Club or something. He was outside like ready, like, no, I want to fight. Like, I'm ready to fight. And I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. You got Richard Kid over there running, falling over the counter. I was like, look at this shit.
my
Look at
nigga
this.
Rich looked like he was working at the shop, bro. I thought this nigga was from.
It's like, bro, you cleaning the counter? Like, where you go? Did you forget to get somebody their sauce in his drive-through? Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? The fight is in the other direction.
But nah, you know, oh man, shout out to Rich though, man. Shout out to the whole counts, man.
Just saying, that's one of my favorite Uzi moments.
Yeah, protect Uzi at all costs. Well, it's been fun talking to you as usual, man. You guys can catch us doing this recording every Friday. The podcast is gonna come out on Friday. I'm all over the place. Podcast always gets released on Fridays, guys. So tune in to the 7th WNDR podcast with the one and only Taj Mahal, the 7th Wonder of the world, and Aisha Go.
Yes, that's me.
Aisha Go. It ain't Aisha
in the place
Go.
To be.
It look
listen,
like Aisha Go, but it's
listen.
Aisha
I
Go.
understand. Listen, you from the South. I understand. Yeah. I get it.
But hey, I want to make sure I come correct because you know.
Listen, we still out here saying Rihanna's name wrong.
Is it really not Rihanna?
It's Rihanna.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
It's Rihanna, and it's gonna
no. If you ask her, she says it's Rihanna. We still out here saying Ariana Grande's name wrong. It's Grandy. It's not Grande. So who am I to be complaining? For real,
it's really Grande. It ain't Grande.
It's not Grande. It's Grandy.
But we make it Grande because we think she's Spanish. So we think
because we calling it Grande because motherfuckers still thinking about Starbucks and what size coffee they get.
Yeah, I want that Ariana Grande.
Let me get that Grande cappuccino. Nah, but it's Grandy. So listen, if these two superstars let people call them by the wrong name, then who am I?
Hey, look.
A mere peon trying to make her way up. Okay, I can't be out here being too picky.
Well, look, you a superstar. Your name is I'm finna fuck it up. I'm gonna say Aisha, but it's not Aisha. Look, it's not Aisha. It's Aisha Go. Aisha Go. Tell them where they can find you at.
All right, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I promise I'm gonna start being more active on it at It's. So that's ITSA. God damn it! What Aisha? Okay, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at It's ITSAYESHAGO. So yeah, you can find me there. I'm gonna be more active. I promise. Social media just boring to me, but I'm gonna be more active.
You gotta get in tune with your followers, man.
No, I know, but you know, like what I would rather do with my followers and people that support me, I would rather do like a Skype or like a Google Hangouts or some sort of video chat. Like, you know, like I'm into that type of stuff. Like, let's have a conversation, not just, okay, you like a picture, you comment, I don't get a chance to comment back because I haven't been on for a week. And no, I'd rather like chop it up like for real.
That's lit.
But that's where you can find me, guys.
Guys, you know where you can find me. The number 7 EVENTH_WONDER 7th WNDR. I'm there. I only got one picture. My shit new, but it's gonna get better with time. I promise. We look forward to bringing you all more content, and till the next time.
All right, till next week. Peace.
Peace.